Hello, my name is Kalulu. I'm the Executive Director of Child Empowerment Program Uganda, the organization that takes care of disadvantaged children with a mission to empower them to reach their full potential so that they can live a happy, meaningful, and productive life. And we are the implementers of Yana Community High School project and the vocational school that we are running presently. The coronavirus that causes COVID-19 and now a world pandemic needs no introduction, as many countries of the world are already victims of the same. In Uganda, we first heard of the coronavirus when the government of China declared its outbreak on the 31st of December 2019. And as a national response, the government went ahead on the 18th of March 2020 to declare a national emergency. This was followed by many measures that were intended to stop its spread and protect the population. All convergence places were closed, including churches and schools, all education institutions. Transport was limited. Getting permission was centrally from the district. This made life very hard at the moment. Even when you have an emergency, the order is you have to go to the RDC, seek permission before you can be allowed any movement within. The government also gave a directive that stopped movement internationally, especially to and from the Category 1 countries. And later, the worst was to come. That was the total lockdown for 14 days. And later, the 21 days where we are at the moment. This has had very diverse effects. Food stocks have been depleted, especially because there has not been a lot of stored food in many families, and yet many people in Uganda and Eastern Uganda where we operate earn from hands to mouth. For the days that they have stayed under the lockdown, all the food stocks have been depleted. Access to health services was hampered because the COVID virus caused a scare and many health workers abandoned the health centers because of lack of the protective gears. And then there was a shift of attention from the common diseases to the new pandemic that was now a scare. Many people, especially those that are from very poor families, have had a challenge of accessing health services. Then there comes a scare of domestic violence due to the shortages and scarcities, and for the first time, many wives and husbands are staying together for long, finding fault against one another. And the other challenge that we anticipate in the near future is that of rampant early pregnancies for this long period of idleness and stay at home. CEP-Uganda was not spared either. All our activities were paralyzed. We sent our children at home. All our employees went home. We put to a stop all our projects. The projects that we were supposed to implement this year were put to a halt. And now we are making a shift from our regular activities to a response to the pandemic, as the community now looks at us as another savior in times of need like now. Our response, therefore, has been to sensitize the masses, to bring access to information regarding the coronavirus, and demystify the falsehoods that are all around the place in the media and on the internet, and to also clarify on the messages, the directives that have been issued by government, so that community doesn't misconceive or confuse them. We also embarked on the distribution of hand washing equipments, especially in the trading centers and many places of convergence, so that people could have access to where they can wash their hands. We also planned an emergency response to help emergency cases that would find it hard to access health centers in times of need with the transport. We saw that it was not very easy for an individual, especially our disadvantaged families, to access permission at the RDC's office, many kilometers away from their homes, then pick an emergency case, take them to the hospital. We thought it wise to seek permission to use our only car that we have to ferry these emergency cases to the hospitals when need arises. We also have a plan to offer food and medical relief to our disadvantaged families that have run out of stock. We target a minimum of 100 families that are already suffering due to the lack of food and lack of access to medical services. We also have intent to take care of our staff who are also suffering the same way as the rest of the population as a result of the COVID virus. They lack food. We have to support them even when they are not offering service, which resources we have to mobilize now. Our current appeal, therefore, is that our partners and friends help us intervene in the areas that reduce the risk of transmission of the COVID virus for a COVID-free community, and then mitigate the effect, the impact that this virus has caused upon society. Like, for instance, the emergency response and the lack of supplies of food and medical care. These are our current interventions, and for which we seek assistance from our brothers and sisters in this era of the COVID. Once again, I want to appreciate everyone, our friends and partners, for all the assistance in all the areas in our regular interventions, for we have achieved so much. And even in this fight against the coronavirus, we believe we can and we shall achieve and overcome. Thank you.